Have you ever walked into a place you've never been before, yet it feels strangely familiar? Or met someone for the first time, but felt an instant, inexplicable connection? These experiences might not be coincidences at all. They could be echoes from lives you've lived before. Today we're diving deep into one of humanity's most fascinating mysteries, reincarnation, and the signs that suggest you've had past lives. Drawing from the groundbreaking work of Dr. Weiss, a renowned psychiatrist who has spent decades studying past life regression, we'll explore 9 compelling signs that your soul has journeyed through multiple lifetimes. If you're ready to explore the depths of your spiritual existence and uncover the mysteries of your soul's journey, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment saying, "I'm ready to evolve spiritually," and join our community of awakened souls seeking truth and understanding. Dr. Weiss never intended to become a pioneer in past life research. As a traditional psychiatrist and chairman of psychiatry at Mount Sinai Medical Center, he was firmly rooted in conventional medicine. Everything changed when he encountered Catherine, a patient whose phobias couldn't be explained by her current life experiences. Under hypnosis, Catherine began recalling vivid details from past lives, and remarkably, her symptoms began to disappear. What started as skepticism for Dr. Weiss transformed into a profound understanding that our souls carry memories, lessons, and connections across multiple lifetimes. His research has shown that reincarnation isn't just a spiritual concept, it's a reality that explains many unexplained phenomena in our current lives. The foundation of reincarnation rests on the principle that consciousness survives physical death. Our souls, according to this understanding, are eternal beings who choose to incarnate repeatedly to learn, grow, and evolve. Each lifetime presents opportunities to resolve karma, develop spiritually, and heal relationships that may span centuries. Different cultures have embraced this concept for millennia. Hinduism speaks of the soul's journey through countless births. Buddhism teaches about the cycle of rebirth and enlightenment, and even early Christianity included references to reincarnation before these teachings were removed from official doctrine. Dr. Weiss's clinical work has demonstrated that understanding our past lives can provide profound healing in our present existence. When we recognize patterns, relationships, and fears that originated in previous incarnations, we can finally address their root causes and find lasting peace. The biggest challenge in accepting past life experiences lies in our modern, materially focused society. Many people dismiss these experiences as imagination, coincidence, or wishful thinking. Scientific skepticism, while valuable, can sometimes create barriers to exploring the deeper mysteries of consciousness and existence. Another significant obstacle is the fear of what we might discover. Past life memories don't always reveal pleasant experiences. Some people worry about uncovering trauma, guilt, or difficult relationships from previous incarnations. However, Dr. Weiss emphasizes that these revelations come to us when we're spiritually ready to handle and heal from them. Religious conditioning can also create resistance. Some belief systems teach that exploring past lives is forbidden or dangerous, creating internal conflict for those experiencing past life phenomena. Yet, understanding our soul's journey often deepens rather than diminishes our spiritual connection. Share in the comments an experience where you felt the presence of spiritual guides or a moment of inner transformation that seemed to come from somewhere beyond your current lifetime. The process of spiritual awakening through past life awareness typically unfolds in stages. Initially, people might experience fleeting moments of recognition or déjà vu. These brief glimpses gradually intensify as consciousness expands and spiritual sensitivity develops. As awareness deepens, individuals often begin experiencing more vivid dreams, meditation insights, or spontaneous memories that seem to belong to another time and place. This phase can be both exciting and overwhelming as the boundaries between past and present begin to blur. The transformation accelerates when people actively engage with past life exploration through regression therapy, meditation, or other spiritual practices. Dr. Weiss has observed that clients who embrace this journey often experience profound healing, as they understand the deeper purposes behind their current life challenges and relationships. During this process, many people discover that their closest relationships, whether harmonious or challenging, often involve souls they've known across multiple lifetimes. Understanding these soul contracts and karmic connections can transform how we approach love, forgiveness, and personal growth. The final stage involves integration, where past life insights become practical wisdom for navigating current life circumstances. People learn to recognize soul lessons, make choices aligned with their spiritual growth, and break free from repetitive patterns that may have persisted across lifetimes. Past life awareness profoundly impacts how we experience our current existence. When you understand that your soul has lived before and will live again, everyday challenges take on new meaning. Difficulties become opportunities for growth rather than random suffering, and relationships reveal themselves as sacred contracts for mutual evolution. Many people find that past life awareness enhances their intuition and spiritual sensitivity. They become more attuned to the subtle energies around them, better able to recognize soul connections, and more trusting of their inner guidance. This heightened awareness often leads to more purposeful life choices and deeper spiritual fulfillment. The knowledge that death is not the end can also transform how we approach mortality. Fear of death diminishes when we understand it as simply a transition between incarnations. This perspective often leads to greater courage in living authentically and pursuing our soul's true calling. Past life awareness frequently awakens a deeper sense of compassion and forgiveness. When we realize that everyone is on their own spiritual journey, spanning multiple lifetimes, it becomes easier to understand and forgive both others and ourselves. We recognize that mistakes and conflicts are part of the learning process rather than permanent condemnations. If this message is resonating with your soul, leave a like so more consciousness can awaken to this transformative understanding. Now let's explore the 9 specific signs that suggest you've lived before, as identified through Dr. Weiss's extensive research and the experiences of thousands of individuals who've undergone past life regression. The first sign: instant recognition and deep connections. Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever? This profound sense of recognition often indicates a soul connection from previous lifetimes. Dr. Weiss has documented countless cases where people experience immediate, inexplicable bonds with others, sometimes positive, sometimes challenging, but always intense and meaningful. These connections can manifest as instant trust, immediate comfort, or even instant dislike without logical explanation. You might find yourself sharing intimate thoughts with someone you just met, or feeling protective of them in ways that surprise you. Sometimes you might even complete each other's sentences or share similar mannerisms without conscious imitation. Soul families often reincarnate together, taking different roles in each lifetime. The person who was your parent in one life might be your best friend, romantic partner, or even your child in another incarnation. These relationships serve specific purposes in each lifetime, helping souls learn different lessons about love, forgiveness, service, and spiritual growth. The second sign: vivid dreams of different time. Periods, dreams that transport you to different historical periods, with remarkable detail and emotional intensity, often contain past life memories. These aren't typical dreams where logic is suspended. They feel more like vivid memories with consistent storylines, characters, and emotional themes that continue across multiple dream sessions. Dr. Weiss explains that during sleep, our conscious mind relaxes its filters, allowing past life memories to surface more easily. You might dream of living in ancient Egypt, medieval Europe, or colonial America, with specific details about clothing, customs, and daily life that you've never studied or encountered in your current lifetime. These dreams often carry strong emotional content and may feature recurring characters who feel deeply familiar. You might wake up with detailed knowledge about historical practices, languages, or geographic locations that you've never learned about consciously. The third sign: unexplained fears and phobias. Intense, irrational fears that have no basis in your current life experiences often stem from past life traumas. Dr. Weiss's work with Catherine initially focused on her unexplained phobias of water and choking. Through regression, she discovered drowning experiences in previous incarnations. and understanding these connections led to the complete resolution of her fears. Common past life-related phobias include fear of specific weapons, heights, enclosed spaces, certain animals, or methods of death. These fears are typically disproportionate to any actual danger and may have persisted since early childhood without any triggering events in the current lifetime. Some people experience physical sensations connected to their fears, feeling pressure around their throat when discussing hanging, experiencing breathing difficulties when near water, or feeling panic in situations that historically might have been dangerous but pose no current threat. The fourth sign: extraordinary talents and natural abilities. Have you ever picked up a skill with unusual ease, as if you've done it before? Exceptional talents that seem to emerge without extensive practice or training often indicate abilities developed in previous lifetimes. Child prodigies frequently display this phenomenon, demonstrating mastery of complex skills at ages when such expertise should be impossible. Musical abilities are particularly common past life talents. Someone might sit at a piano for the first time and play complex pieces, or feel instantly comfortable with instruments they've never touched. Artistic abilities, languages, and crafts can also carry over from previous incarnations. Dr. Weiss has worked with individuals who displayed knowledge of ancient healing practices, historical events they never studied, or technical skills in areas they'd never been exposed to. These abilities often emerge during times of spiritual awakening or personal crisis, when the soul's accumulated wisdom becomes accessible to conscious awareness. Write in the comments, "Today I release old patterns and embrace the light of spiritual renewal." The fifth sign: strong attraction or aversion to specific cultures. Feeling inexplicably drawn to or repelled by certain cultures, time periods, or geographic locations often indicates past life connections. This goes beyond normal interest or preference. It's a deep emotional response that feels almost like homesickness or recognition. You might find yourself collecting items from a specific culture, feeling emotional when hearing certain types of music, or experiencing profound comfort or discomfort when viewing images from particular regions. Some people report feeling called to visit certain countries and experiencing overwhelming emotions when they finally arrive, as if they're returning home. Conversely, strong aversions to specific cultures or time periods might indicate traumatic past life experiences in those contexts. These reactions are often disproportionate to any logical reasoning and may include physical symptoms like anxiety, nausea, or sadness when exposed to related imagery or information. The sixth sign: birthmarks and physical ailments. Dr. Weiss's research has revealed fascinating connections between birthmarks, physical conditions, and past life traumas. Birthmarks often appear at locations where fatal injuries occurred in previous lifetimes, serving as physical reminders of the soul's journey through different incarnations. These markings can take various forms: raised areas, discolorations, or unusual patterns that seem to correspond to wounds, burns, or other injuries. Some individuals have birthmarks that resemble rope marks around their necks, bullet wounds, or sword cuts, often accompanied by unexplained fears related to these types of injuries. Chronic physical ailments without clear medical causes sometimes have past life origins. Persistent pain in specific areas, recurring health issues that don't respond to conventional treatment, or unusual physical sensitivities might stem from experiences in previous incarnations. The seventh sign: recurring dreams and nightmares. Dreams that repeat with remarkable consistency, especially those featuring unfamiliar settings, people, or circumstances, often contain past life content. These dreams typically have a different quality than regular dreams. They feel more like memories than imagination, and often evoke strong emotional responses. Past life dreams frequently feature scenarios that don't fit your current life circumstances, but feel deeply personal and meaningful. You might repeatedly dream of being in a different body, living in another time period, or experiencing events that feel extremely real and significant. Nightmares related to specific types of death, persecution, or trauma that have no connection to your current life experiences often represent past life memories trying to surface for healing. Dr. Weiss emphasizes that these memories emerge when your soul is ready to process and release the associated trauma. The eighth sign: advanced spiritual wisdom and maturity. Some individuals display spiritual insights and emotional maturity that seem far beyond their chronological age or life experiences. This old soul quality often indicates extensive spiritual development across multiple lifetimes. These individuals might demonstrate deep understanding of complex spiritual concepts without formal training, natural ability to provide wise counsel to others, or an intuitive grasp of life's deeper meanings. They often feel different from their peers and may struggle to relate to age-appropriate concerns or interests. Old souls frequently experience a sense of not belonging in their current time period or culture. They might feel nostalgic for eras they've never lived in their current incarnation, or possess knowledge about spiritual practices and wisdom traditions they've never formally studied. Thank gratitude to the higher realms by leaving your like as a sign of connection and appreciation for this message received. The ninth sign: déjà vu and precognitive experiences frequent. Intense déjà vu experiences often indicate past life memories surfacing into conscious awareness. While occasional déjà vu is normal, repeated vivid experiences of "I've been here before" or "I've lived this moment before" may represent actual memories from previous incarnations. These experiences might include detailed knowledge about places you've never visited, such as knowing the layout of an unfamiliar building or predicting what's around a corner in a foreign city. Some people report arriving in new locations and immediately knowing how to navigate them or feeling emotional connections to specific landmarks or buildings. Precognitive abilities, knowing things before they happen, can also indicate advanced spiritual development from multiple lifetimes. Dr. Weiss has worked with individuals who possess natural psychic abilities that seem to have been developed through extensive spiritual practice across many incarnations. Understanding these signs can provide profound validation for experiences that might otherwise seem confusing or frightening. Dr. Weiss emphasizes that recognizing past life connections isn't about dwelling in the past. It's about understanding how your soul's journey influences your current life and spiritual growth. When you identify these signs in your own experience, approach them with openness and curiosity rather than fear. Past life memories surface to provide healing, understanding, and guidance for your current incarnation. They offer insights into recurring patterns, unexplained relationships, and spiritual lessons that span multiple lifetimes. The practical applications of past life awareness are numerous. Understanding karmic relationships can help you approach conflicts with greater compassion and wisdom. Recognizing soul contracts allows you to fulfill your spiritual purposes more effectively. Healing past life traumas can resolve persistent fears and limitations in your current life. Dr. Weiss suggests that meditation, journaling, and working with qualified past life regression therapists can help you explore these connections more deeply. However, he also emphasizes that forced exploration isn't necessary. Trust that the memories and insights you need will surface naturally when you're spiritually prepared to receive them. Comment: I align with the purposes of goodness and move forward steadily on my journey of elevation. The most important aspect of past life awareness is how it transforms your understanding of your current existence. When you realize that your soul has chosen this particular incarnation for specific lessons and growth opportunities, every experience takes on deeper meaning. Challenges become opportunities for spiritual advancement. Relationships reveal themselves as sacred contracts for mutual evolution, and your life purpose becomes clearer. Many people find that past life awareness enhances their sense of personal responsibility and empowerment. Instead of feeling like victims of random circumstances, they understand themselves as active participants in their soul's evolution. This perspective often leads to more conscious choices, greater resilience during difficult times, and deeper appreciation for life's lessons. The knowledge that consciousness survives death and that love transcends individual incarnations provides immense comfort to those grieving lost loved ones. Understanding that separation is temporary and that souls continue to connect across lifetimes can transform the experience of loss from devastating finality to sacred transition. Past life awareness also frequently awakens a deeper sense of compassion for all beings. When you realize that everyone is on their own spiritual journey, possibly struggling with lessons that span multiple lifetimes, it becomes easier to extend patience and understanding to those who challenge you. You begin to see difficult people as teachers rather than enemies, and conflicts as opportunities for growth rather than threats to overcome. As you continue your exploration of past life connections, remember that the goal isn't to become lost in memories of previous incarnations. Instead, use these insights to live more fully and consciously in your current life. Apply the wisdom gained from understanding your soul's journey to make choices that align with your highest good and spiritual evolution. Dr. Weiss reminds us that we are all here to learn lessons of love. Love for ourselves, love for others, and love for the divine source that connects all existence. Whether this is your first incarnation or your 1000th, your current life offers unique opportunities for spiritual growth and service to others. The 9 signs we've explored today are invitations to deeper self-understanding and spiritual awakening. Pay attention to the signs that resonate most strongly with your experience and trust your intuition about their significance. Your soul knows its history and will guide you to the insights you need for healing and growth. Share this video with someone who's seeking spiritual clarity or comfort, as they too may benefit from understanding their soul's eternal journey. As we conclude this exploration of past life signs, remember that recognizing these experiences is just the beginning. True spiritual growth comes from integrating this understanding into your daily life, relationships, and choices. Use your past life awareness to break free from limiting patterns that may have persisted across incarnations. Approach relationships with greater wisdom and compassion. Embrace your spiritual gifts and natural talents. Heal fears and traumas that have deep roots. Live with greater purpose and authenticity. Your soul has chosen to incarnate at this specific time in history for important reasons. The challenges facing our world today require the accumulated wisdom and compassion of old souls who can help guide humanity toward greater love, understanding, and